Hello, welcome. Welcome to 5 Minute Feldy, Season 2, Episode 27. I'm Feldenkrais teacher Ralph Hadden, and here in Melbourne, the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, it's Tuesday, 28th of September 2021. And to begin, please lie down, lie on your back. You could sort of do this lesson standing up, I suppose, another option, but as always, I suggest lying down so you can really surrender into the floor or the bed and enjoy the movements. Do whatever you need to do to be quite comfortable. And pay attention to what you're experiencing. What are you aware of right now as you attend? And pay attention to the back of your pelvis. How is that lying on the floor or whatever you're lying on? And do you think your pelvis is at rest? It's leaning left or right, or hard to tell? Then up the other end of the spine, pay attention to your head, how the back of your head is leaning on the floor or surface. And again, do you think it's just at rest, neutral, it's leaning left or right, or in the middle, or hard to tell? Now please, just to repeat, lying on your back is the recommended position. Bend up your knees, have your feet standing, so your soles of your feet are flat on the floor, your knees bent. And a little bit, roll your head side to side. Just a really easy movement. Lazily, gently turn the face a little to the left, a little to the right, less than your maximum, and certainly only within what's perfectly comfortable for you. All these movements, only what's comfortable, feels safe and pleasant for you. Okay, now begin to reduce that rolling of the head, make it a little bit smaller, till you eventually settle into some place about in the middle. Now go down to the pelvis, and to repeat, lying on your back and knees bent up, could you roll the pelvis side to side? Just very easily, gently shift the pelvis a little left, a little right. The knees tip a little left, a little right. And it's not a big movement. We learn more and gain more by this gentle, easy movement. So we can just notice interesting details rather than an effort or strain of a big movement. Now, keep rolling the pelvis side to side. Notice that as you lean to one side gets heavier on the floor, the other side gets a bit lighter, and then vice versa. How does that movement travel up the spine? If you think of the pelvis is turning, so there's some turning of the lower spine, middle, tracking up to the head. Could you begin to turn the head also in some way that feels like a natural response to what your pelvis is doing? So the pelvis is rolling side to side, and let your head also roll side to side in a way that feels natural to you. Now, when I ask people to do this, and many times in many classes, some people roll the head and the pelvis the same way, and some people roll head and pelvis opposite. Which way are you doing it? And whichever way you're doing, could you try it the other way around? If you're rolling together, try rolling them opposite, and vice versa. Okay, have a rest. Let everything come into the middle, pause, rest. You can put your legs down if you want to. Just do nothing for a moment. Okay, now have your knees bent up again, and let's play around with this coordination of head with the pelvis or opposite. Please roll the pelvis side to side and the head side to side with the pelvis. So as the pelvis turns a little to the right, face turns to the right, pelvis left, face to the left. So feel that movement for a few times. Maybe that's what you were doing before or not. Enjoy feeling of a connection, the pelvis moving, the head moving at either end of the spine. Now, without interrupting the movement of the legs, the pelvis side to side, could you change the head so the head is now going opposite? How can I picture this with my hands? So pelvis rolls one way, head rolls the other way. Pelvis goes left, face turns right, pelvis turns right, face turns left. Easily, a few times. Now, without interrupting the pelvis rolling, switch the head around so you're going head and pelvis together a few times, and then switch again, and so on, just at your own pace. Every now and then, switch what the head's doing relative to the pelvis. Sometimes head with the pelvis, sometimes head opposite, and see if you can do that. It's tricky without interrupting the rolling of the pelvis. Okay, and now whatever you're doing, reduce the movement, reduce the movement, reduce the movement, come to some place in the middle, pause, settle, just rest, and you can put your legs long if you want to. And there we are, that'll do for today. Pay attention to how you feel now. Have you changed at all from what these simple few movements we've done? Okay, thank you for your attention, and please take care and keep moving, and hope to see you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.